Well, thank you, Silvia, for inviting me to this event. I am a person coming from the technology world. I will talk today, and I will share today with you my view about the opportunities around open innovation. How open innovation is opening new doors in our companies and probably will open also doors in the HR position. I will talk about open innovation, some of the technologies that are transforming the way we operate, and probably one of the most important things, the skills that we will need to lead digital transformation and innovation effectively. And before jumping on that, I would like to share with you a short video that has been part of my inspiration, how I see the future of work in most of our companies, and how technology is changing, not only in the workspace, also in our lives. Let's play the video. Let's put sound. Can you increase the sound of the video, please? So what's happening in our industry that we will have much more natural interfaces with touch devices, having opportunity to interact between people in different time zones, and having technology that will recognize voice and will be able to translate online speech to text and text to speech, providing new experiences in our workplace, but also in the schools. Connecting fathers with children, connecting fathers with what's going on with the digital content and digital experience that the children are having in their classrooms from anywhere, from any device, in any situation. Intelligence and connectivity will come to a new generation of devices. Will not be just only smartphones or tablets. We will have cars, consoles, TVs, electronic consumer devices with intelligence and connectivity that will be around us and will give us much more information. Any idea that we have in our teams will open the opportunity to share part of the content, the knowledge, with most of our colleagues. To maximize impact, we will enjoy new rich user experiences. We will enjoy 3D content, and we will go basically to have very intuitive tools to take decisions, to run simulations, and part of this content will come with us on any device. We are seeing in our lives that this technology is going also to products and services that we have in our hands, the new generation of smartphones that is already deployed, that give us also opportunity to interact, to communicate, to share content and take decisions. It's not just to consume information, also the opportunity to take decision. Open a video conference online, running the same technology that we mentioned before of speech to text, text to speech, automatic translation online between different languages. And this will open a new way of work, not just only with our colleagues, also with third parties, with vendors. Speed to change, speed to share knowledge will be critical for competitiveness in our companies. We will have colleagues working from different time zones, sharing ideas, running ideation and creation, and probably most of the challenges in our organizations will be to take these ideas and move the ideas to execute prototypes, pilots, new services that will be launched in our companies and will give us more competitive advantages. When we will meet with one of our suppliers, with one of our partners, the new way of work will give us the possibility to have a clear view and history of all the information that we are sharing together between our projects. It will be almost impossible to compete if we don't open doors of cooperation with, of course, partners and third parties, sharing information in a more visible and intuitive way. This will be in the work, will be at home, where our employees will require new content, continuous training to access new information from any device. Could be new generation of tools that will give us access not just to information on real time, also to content that we want to share. The content will be available, and we will be able to share it with any device we require at any time. We will be able to take a picture of one specific content, and from this picture and this digital content, download the content in a different device to go deeper, to analyze deeper, and to take better decisions. This video is already in YouTube. The technology that you have seen in this video is 80% today available in our offices, in our companies. And the major challenge is not just the technology, it's how we change the habits of conduct of our people, of our employees, to leverage the opportunities of this new technology. We did this video with our team when I was leading Microsoft here in Spain, and the video is 7 years old. It's a video that we did in 2009. And the reality is that technology helps to make dreams true. And when I see what we have done in the last few years and how technology is changing the way we work, the way we interact at home is dramatic. And the innovation that is coming is global. I have been working almost 14 years in companies in Silicon Valley, and the reality is that the innovation now is coming from China in Internet of Things, or is coming from Israel in cybersecurity. So the innovation is global, is more complex, and the changes are faster and faster. Look at the craziness of the Pokemon Go just a few weeks ago, and see how the technology is getting millions of users in a very, very short period of time. The more laws that says that every 18 months in the computer industry, we double the speed, we double the power of the microprocessors and reduce the size and the consumption in energy is already there, has been real for the last more than 20 years. Every 18 months, we double the capacity of computers, and this is changing the way we operate. We have been looking to some of the revolutions that is changing the way we operate. We have been talking about mobile. We have in our smartphone the capability just to take decisions, and the power that we had just in the laptop years ago. We have seen the power of social networks. I see huge opportunities here, not just in the classic social networks we know already, in the corporate social networks to share knowledge as a vehicle of competitiveness in most of our company, cloud, and probably the biggest revolution will come around big data. I think that some of the speakers before mentioned about big data. Behind big data and big volumes of data, there are 2 or 3 technologies that will change the way we operate. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. Once we have big volumes of data of our customers, of our candidates, of the industry, of our competitors, we will be able to anticipate trends. We will be able to anticipate and get better information and better decisions in most of our company. And this revolution on big data is impacting in most of the ways we operate. And to take a view about what's going on in real time, please, let's connect to the website of Penny Stocks to see what's going on in real time now. 1 second, 2 seconds. This is what's happening today in the internet. You see some of the players, and you see that we started using high volumes of services on the internet to share with friends around Facebook, experiences, pictures, likes. We extended also to Twitter and to other services. But take a look about the mission-critical services and the enterprise-critical services that are running today in the internet. It's just not anymore about pictures or just videos or just likes. Are mission-critical transactions running there in most of our banks, in most of our retailers, changing the way we operate? Look about Amazon. In the last 58 seconds, $140,000 of revenue, around close at $600 of profit. We will come back to this slide later. Let's jump to the presentation. We'll come back to this slide later to take conclusions there. Let's come back to the presentation. And this revolution is not just about technology. It's not technology. It's also change in business models, in processes that are changing the way we operate. We saw this morning the example of Airbnb, but take a look about what's going on with Alibaba without the stock. Or take a look about what's going on in Facebook, who is leading the content market without developing their own content, or Uber, the largest taxi company without taxes in their assets. It's not just technology itself, it's change on business model. This speed of change is having huge impact in the lives of our companies. Those companies that are not able to anticipate the changes, that are not able to anticipate the trends and the opportunities of this new revolution will die. And the lifetime of life of our companies from the 60s that we were in an average of 50 to 60 years, now is going to less than 20 years and decreasing. The same is happening with the jobs. The time and the jobs that we recover after each of the crises are different jobs, and the time in number of months to recover are increasing. And this is probably one of the things that will change most of our operations in the companies, is how we deploy big data and artificial intelligence in most of our processes. And robots have replaced humans in some plants in our factory to reduce cost and risk in automotive or in the process of supply chain. But machine learning and artificial intelligence will change also most of our daily work in everything related to administrative support, customer service, and some of the operations. All the structured processes, information management tasks, most of them will be replaced by robots, and this will require a new change on the skills on the people we have. There is a new drive in this industry around the need of STEM employees, people with a knowledge of science, technology, engineering, and maths that are critical for the new generation of jobs that we are deploying. And this talent is critical right now and has no country. And in our companies, the requirement of university degree is part of the past. Now the skills, the knowledge, the results, the performance of our employees are critical to the next wave. And in this environment, we need people with new capabilities and with new skills. People with strong communication skills, people curious, people with modest and with the curiosity to learn about what's going on, capability to inspire others, and people able to drive change, navigating in a matrix, and with this multinational and entrepreneurship spirit. For me, there are, I would say, 4 key competencies in this new environment. This curiosity will be linked to learning agility, capability to learn fast, new ways, and it's not just about products or processes in our company. Will be learning agility that we will require about to learn trends and new ways to operate. Working in networks It's not just working with our people or with people in other departments in our organization. It's working in networks with suppliers, with third parties, with customers, and to orchestrate in this new environment. Manage and perform under uncertainty and ambiguity. A new skill that will be critical in this new environment, that we need to develop these kind of skills in our employees. And others that are skills, I would say, from the past, but that now in this environment are still more important. Impact and influence, the customer commitment and focus, to be much closer to the customer. Think on maximizing business impact and business value. And at the end, how we provide organizational agility, how we provide tools, process, and how we change the habits of conduct of our organization that gives to our organization flexibility to go at a different speed. In this environment, open innovation is critical. Open innovation means working in driving new products and services and innovating our business model with third parties. We have done that in the past with customers and with vendors and suppliers. Now there is a new trend in large corporations about leveraging open innovation with the ecosystems of entrepreneurs. Take advantage of the ecosystems of entrepreneurs that are around the globe in our industry. Open the ways we operate, open the ways of research and how we develop projects, and how we share, in some cases, and we protect at the same time intellectual property from the company, but we are able to generate new innovation of services, and in some cases, from the internal employees, generate spin-offs faster than we have done in the past. There are a lot of benefits from the open innovation trend. One is speed. Entrepreneurs are much faster, have less structure and process that we have in large corporations, and the cooperation with them gives us speed. Low cost, in most cases, is cheaper than the effort that we have internally, and give us the opportunity to reach disruptive innovations. If you look inside, especially in the large corporations and in the consumer space, innovation most time is driven by marketing, and we have internally evolutive innovation. We make evolution of our products, services, new brands, but to get disruptive products and innovation requires openness and to work with third parties in most of the cases. For HR, the cooperation with third parties and with entrepreneurs give us the opportunity to attract new talent, people with new skills, new way to work. Is profitable, also give to our employees the opportunity to work as volunteers, as mentors in part of this process of innovation, and in most cases help our brand to get better recognition and to get a better presence with our customers. One of the customers that I have been working with in the last 2 years, driving open innovation, helping them to promote the working with this entrepreneurship ecosystem is Telefónica. This is one of our main customers that we have been working with, Step One and the Barrabés Group. Telefónica, 10 years ago, had a huge team of research and development. 1,200 engineers doing their internal research and development. Extremely expensive structure, and around 7 years ago they started a new strategy of working with third parties closer that is called Telefónica Open Future. We set a digital platform, and on Telefónica Open Future we were able to attract and connect around today 30,000 startups, entrepreneurs, and investors in the platform. Every time Telefónica has a challenge and is launched through the Open Future platform, from these 30,000 entrepreneurs, the top 400 that have brilliant ideas and products go to an accelerator that is called Guaira, and they get during several months around 50K, half in cash and half in support to get accelerated. From these around 400 startups, the top 150 go to what we call Telefonica Ventures. Telefonica Ventures is the investment unit of Telefonica, and Telefonica has invested around 350 million in the last 4 years. What Telefonica has accomplished with this new strategy of open innovation is basically 3 things. They have reduced the cost of research and development dramatically. They have increased their revenue, and 25% of the revenue of Telefonica in the last 2 years is coming from the products and services with entrepreneurs that have been in Telefonica Open Future. And the third, Telefonica is getting around 40% of profit in the investment that they have done through Telefonica Ventures in the startups. So they are doing these 3 things: reducing their cost. Now the group of research and development of Telefonica is a group of around 350 to 400 engineers instead of the 1,200, and they are leveraging all this technology ecosystem. Let's go back to the slide and the website. So take a look about what's going on in the last 692 seconds on the internet. This is real time. Still people not making money, of course. See Twitter getting big audience, but is still not making money. But see how the people that is running mission-critical transactions is performing. So internet is not just anymore a platform to share pictures, likes, and experience. It's a platform, it's an environment to make business and mission-critical. And on this environment, the talent of our people and how we give them the tools and how we give them the training and the support to change the habits of conduct. It's not just technology, it's the use of the technology that gives us power. It's not just the email or the video conferencing system or the space to share content or the corporate social network used for the enterprise. Is how we leverage the use of this tool to learn fast, to learn new things faster than the competition, to maximize the opportunity to work with others and the top talent of our organization, and at the same time, giving opportunities to the top talent of the company and talent that we have outside to join our projects and develop the highway that will give us the opportunity to grow in our company. Technology for me, is a passion. I think that helps to make dreams true, but the new working environment is not just technology, and that will give us competitive advantages, is this change of habits. And honestly, working during the last 20, 30 years in some leadership teams in large companies, we have invested heavily on IT, on sales to be more productive, probably on manufacturing and production to be more productive, but I think also it's time for all of us in the industry to work to digitalize and lead from HR, leading by example, the new way of work and the new way that we want to be much more competitive in the future. Thank you.